Welcome back to the channel, and today we could be looking at the future of golf club manufacturing. Remember, if you like our channel, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends. We could be looking at the future of golf club manufacturing technology. It's been a while in the making. From what I understand, it's been 2 or 3 years behind the scenes. And people like Bryson DeChambeau have been playing with this concept for a long time. Now, for many a year, you've been able to basically get 2 types of golf club, a forged head and a cast head, and you can get some combinations in between, but basically there's 2 methods of building a golf club. One that includes pouring liquid into a mold, which is your cast head, and then getting a lump of metal and squeezing it and pressing it, if you like, and that's your forged head. So in simple terms, there's your 2 methods. Now, what Cobra have done, have taken some really cool technology and decided to 3D print an iron. Now, where could this lead us down the road? Who knows? This could be the start of ultimate golf club manufacturing and personalization. It could mean that your head is perfectly designed, so rather than worry about your loft lie and grip in a custom fit, you could custom print an iron, and that could be pretty incredible. So on first look then, this is the limited 3D iron. There's one of 500 in the world. There's not many. This iron looks really cool. Cobra have done a really clean job. I think what makes this stand out, as bizarre as it sounds, is the subtlety of the way this iron looks. But one of the little nuances is this incredible lattice that sits, and they've exposed this at the back. Now, you would think that that is actually at the back of the head. That's not. That's completely behind the face. Now, rather than the 2 methods I said before, which is the forged and the cast, what this is doing is thousands and thousands and thousands of printed little metal powder to really create this head. Now, what does that mean in terms of the lattice? Well, the lattice effect is something that you're not going to be able to get in the other 2 processes. It's so intricate, it's so detailed, it's incredibly strong, but what's really important about this is that they're able to move weight that they've never been able to move before. So why is that important? Well, I don't think this iron's going to give you a huge amount of power compared to, it's not like it's an extraordinary power iron. It's not going to hit it miles further. But what it is going to give you is a huge amount of forgiveness on off-center hits, because what they've done with the lattice, so behind this head there's that lattice effect. In the 2 bottom pockets there's a huge amount of space which they've put tungsten. Now what that means is when you strike the golf ball, the head is super stable. So in terms of forgiveness on off-center strikes, this should be incredible. So I'm really excited to give this a test. Let's get it on to Trackman and have a look at the numbers. So let's have a look in the bay. Now, 7 iron, where is this comparable into the Cobra range? Well, I guess it sort of sits in the King Tour range. A bit stronger in the head, so about 1 degree stronger in loft. I've put the Nippon 105X in it for me, on the flat lie as well. In first look, it's clean, right? It's a really sharp iron. Bear in mind, this is 3D printed rather than any of the other traditional methods. This is going to be pretty weird to feel. So, wow, that was right off the bottom of the face. Oh, that was horrible. Let's hit a couple more. So they're the ones that you really want to know about, because if you can, with this super technology of the webbing or the lattice effect, if you like, behind the face, making sure, oh, that felt horrible. But I tell you what, that was a really poor strike, and it's given me some numbers that are actually not too dissimilar to a good strike. So, you know, if that was an average strike, I've still got 126 ball speed. That's pretty good, right? That's impressive. Wow, that was good. And it was so out the toe, like so badly struck, but such a great result. So 123 mile an hour ball speed, and I nearly missed the face. I probably hit a bit of that tungsten that's so far in the toe. Wow. Oh, I've hit this all over the hockey. Go on, let's put some good swings on it. It's not a great test when you're swinging it poorly, so let's just try and get a couple of good swings and see what it can do. Oh, that feels so good. It's a really weird feel because you don't get that harshness that you might get out of a cast head, and you don't get that super softness out of a forged head. So it's a really good product. Like, it looks great. Maybe a little bit too much. It looks a little bit maybe too much offset for me, but let's see if we can hit a swing. What is really interesting is the ball speed's incredible on the bad hits that the bad strikes that I've hit. Gee, that was heavy. That was horrendous. But I tell you what, consistency. When you have a look at the numbers on this and the map, even though I've hit it poorly, it's pretty insane. Carrying, that was a real fat shot. Carried 165. Let's see if we can hit a decent strike. Oh wow. The power in this thing is insane. And I didn't think I was going to get that. It's so clean to look at. 126 ball speed. So this has been up there in terms of ball speed. This is up there in some of the irons like the QI and Smoke that we've tried before that are really, really fast off the face. P790. It's an iron that you can definitely get some numbers out of, that is for sure. Right, one more. Oh, I can't finish on that one, that was horrendous. Can't finish on that one. Let's make you watch for another 30 seconds because that was horrendous. I mean, ball speed was insane, 128 ball speed. Again, that's the one I quite like because it was so bad, the strike. So thin, I mean, I've almost missed the face there. And the ball speed is what? 128 with low ball speed. And the consistency of this product is absolutely incredible. And to be honest, Cobra have come up with this concept and it really does do what it says on the tin. I think it's time for us to give it a little review. So let's give it the AF Golf Store score. So, well, let's go on look. I mean, it's unique. The lattice effect from the back looks great from the top. Similar to King Tour. I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. It's just an incredibly sexy looking iron. It's really, really cool. Feel wise, do you know what? It sits right between. It almost gives you the benefit of a forged feel, softish, but the speeds of a cast. I think that's the kind of really bit that's confusing me, is that I'm expecting it to be soft and buttery and almost really tough on the centered strikes, off-centered strikes. Yet the ball speeds coming off the off-centered strikes are incredible, and I think in that regard I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. In terms of custom options, well, we're going into some dodgy ground now because Cobra love their KBS. They can do Nippon and a few other options, but this particular head is one of 500, right? It's not many sets available at all. We are very, very lucky, or have been very, very lucky, to only get 5 sets of heads in our build center. So we do have a couple of those sets left at the time of this video going out. So we can pretty much customize it to what you want. So we can customize loft and lie, but we can almost put any shaft you want. So if you're that player that wants probably one of the most unique set of irons on the planet right now, then we can do that for you. So customization, thanks to Cobra for giving us those heads, is gonna have to be a 7 out of 10 because it's not mass market, but we can customize it as you wish. In terms of price, I hope you're not standing up when you hear this. They are limited edition. They are not going to be cheap. 4 to wedge only. They're coming out about £2,500. So this iron is so limited, so rare, and it's not for your everyday golfer. I get that. So price-wise, I've got to give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, I get why it is so expensive because it is so limited, but at the same time, it's a lot of money for a set of irons. But I tell you what, the look, feel, and exclusivity of this means that it could be worth it if you've got a bit of cash laying around. Overall performance, well, I'll be honest guys, I think that was a total mind blower for me. I think the iron performed brilliantly on the off-center hits. The consistency of dispersion on the 5 out of 10 strikes and the 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10 strikes was brilliant, like really tight dispersions. Most of the missed hits or directional were obviously me. I've got to give performance 8 out of 10. It was just insane. So Cobra Limited 3D printed iron is 35 out of 50. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope that was interesting. A really big eye-opener for me, a super product, really niche, but I tell you what, this could be the future of golf manufacturing. Remember, if you like our channel, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends.